Okay, Unit 6 Test Study Guide, question number 8. 40% of the students on the field trip love the museum. If there are 20 students on the field trip, how many love the museum? Okay, we are going to set up the percent proportion, so it's going to be percent over 100 is equal to the part over the whole. 40% of the students, well, there's our percent, 40%, so it's going to be 40 over 100. Percent of the students on the field trip. And then here they tell us there are 20 students on the field trip. That could be in place of that, so it's 40% of the 20 students. The whole amount is 20, and we're looking for how many love the museum. We're looking for the part that loves the museum. Yeah, the part is our missing piece. So cross multiply, you get 100x equals 2 times 4 is 8, and then tack on my 2 zeros, it's going to be 800. To get the x by itself, you're going to divide by 100, and you're going to get x equals 8. And that is it. It's a word problem, guys. You should label and actually write a quick sentence answer. The question was, how many love the museum? Then your answer would be 8 students love the museum. Okay, question 9. 40% of the students on the field trip love the museum. If 20 students love the museum, how many are on the field trip? Again, percent proportion. So percent over 100, part over whole. Look for the percent first. They gave it to us, 40% of the students. So it's going to be 40 over 100. Look for the whole amount next. Of the students on the field trip, the percent of the students on the field trip, well, this is the number that loved it. We're looking for how many are on the field trip. This is our unknown. We're looking for the number of students that are on the field trip. The whole amount is what is missing. And they tell us that, yeah, 40% love it. We know that 20 students love it. Again, you can interpret this percent. I probably should have mentioned it on question 8. You can interpret this percent. It can be interpreted in terms of this problem. What that means, if there were 100 students, then 40 students would love the museum. So then it makes sense that this 20 has to go across from the 40 because it is number of students that love the museum, and the bottom number is the total number of students. We're looking for the total number of students on the field trip. Labeling your proportion is a good thing, and it's even more important in future problems. So cross multiply. You get 40x equals 2 times 1 is 2, and we're going to have 3 zeros on that. So it's going to be 2,000. Divide by 40, and you're going to get x equals, if I reduce, I get 200 divided by 40. I will come up with 50. So 50 students. This is the number of students that's on the field trip is our 50. So our answer is, and our question was, how many are on the field trip? Yes, it's 50 students are on the field trip. Okay. Question number 10. 20 students on the field trip love the museum. If there are 40 students on the field trip, what percent love the museum? Again, percent proportion. Percent over 100, part over whole. Look for the percent first, And there it is. It says what percent. We're looking for the percent this time. So it's going to be x over 100. Look for the whole amount next. Okay. What percent? Well, you know what? We're looking for the percent that love it. This is the part that love it. This would be the total number of students, similar to that last problem. The number of students is the whole amount. Yeah, that is the whole amount. 40 students are on the trip. That's the whole amount. The part that loved it is 20. That's your proportion. Cross multiply. You get 40x equals, again, 2 times 1 is 2, 3 zeros, and I'm going to divide by 40, and I'm going to end up with, sorry, I'm kind of wondering if I'm getting the right answer here, x equals, 200 divided by 4 is 50. Not quite correct. I'm looking for the percent. The answer is 50%. 50% of the students love the museum. All right, last question here in this recording then. Mr. Jordan is 34 years old. Winston, his son, is 1 year old. Okay. What percent of Mr. Jordan's age is Winston's age? Again, percent proportion. Percent over 100. Part over whole. Look for the percent first. That's what we're looking for. It says what percent. So it's going to be x over 100. And look for the whole amount next. It says what percent of Mr. Jordan's age. We want Mr. Jordan's age to be the whole amount, and then Winston's age must be the part. So we want to put Mr. Jordan's age on the bottom. That is our 34. So 34 goes on the bottom. Winston's age is 1. Cross multiply. You're going to get 34x equals 1 times 100 is 100. Divide by 34. You're going to get x equals, and I'm definitely going to go to the calculator for this one. It's going to be 100 divided by 34 gives you, yes, this very long decimal, 2.941. Let's round to 2 decimal places. So it is going to be 2.94. The next digit's a 1, so that would keep the 4 the way it is. So your answer is 2.94. Again, remember, we're looking for the percent. That is our percent. So you would say Mr. Jordan's age is 2 94/100%, and maybe you should say about, since we rounded it, it's about 2 94/100% of Winston's, whoops, no, my bad. It's of Mr. Jordan's age. It's Winston's age. I feel bad about that, but not bad enough to re-record this. So, yes, it's 2.9% of Mr. Jordan's age. Winston's age is that. Yes, that is our answer.